You've probably heard many phrases in Spanish used for greetings and farewells, some of which are useful and some of which are kind of pointless. And in this video, I'd like to present to you what phrases are the best to use when saying greetings and farewells in Spanish. Bienvenido is probably the most popular greeting there is, which literally translates as welcome. If you break the word apart, you'll get bien and venido. Bien means well, and venido means come, which is a form of speech taken from the present perfect. Haber venido, to have come. And if you take that word, venido, and combine it with bien, you get bienvenido. It's well to have come or welcome. And if you're referring to more than one person, you can also say bienvenidos. Buenos dias literally translates as good days, and the ending of buenos perfectly corresponds to the ending of dias because it's pluralized and masculine. But mainly speaking, buenos dias is used more as good morning rather than good days. You also have this phrase, buenas noches, which is literally good nights or good night. When beginning a conversation in Spanish, a person might begin the conversation by immediately saying ¿qué pasa?, which translates as what's going on. Because the verb pasar can actually mean to go or to happen, whenever somebody says ¿qué pasa?, they're literally saying what's going on or what's happening. What's happening can also be rephrased as ¿qué está pasando?, using the present progressive. And we know that it's the present progressive because it's using a conjugation of estar and adds ando at the end of the infinitive. And as a matter of fact, it's the same way the sentence works in English. You can say ¿qué pasa?, ¿qué está pasando?, or maybe if you want to get fancy, you can say ¿qué tal?. ¿Qué tal literally translates as what's such or what's the matter, but the meaning is mainly how are you. And the number one phrase that probably everybody heard when learning Spanish is ¿cómo estás?, or ¿cómo estás tú?, which literally translates as how are you. And with this phrase, we know to use the verb estar to ask someone about their well-being because the verb estar mainly applies to actions and emotions that are happening right now, and so they're most likely to change in the future. By answering this question, you would say something like estoy bien because you're indicating that you're feeling good or feeling well, which explains why your answer will also use a conjugation of estar. At last, there's gracias or muchas gracias, which means thanks or thank you very much. And if you want to sound polite, you'll reply with de nada, which means of nothing, indicating thank you very much and there is no need to thank me. But overall, de nada is mainly used as you're welcome. If you're leaving the conversation, you might say something like adios or ciao, both of which mean bye or goodbye. But the word adios can actually be broken down into two words, a and dios, which literally translates as to God. When Spanish was first originating as a language, the expression to God meant to have a good farewell, as in to God you go, but the meaning changed over time, which resulted simply in goodbye. There's also this phrase, hasta la vista, which is constructed using a preposition, article, and a noun, and it literally translates as until the view or until the next time I see you, or more of a sophisticated and modern meaning would be see you later. See you later can also be said as hasta luego, which actually translates as until later. You might have also seen this phrase, hasta pronto, which translates as until soon, but its advanced definition means see you soon. And finally, hola means hello or hi, por favor means please, and perdón is a polite way of saying I'm sorry.